sorry, in September, uh, 60,000 positions were posted in the restaurant industry. Hey, there's 60,000 jobs out there, and we need to fill them. Uh, in October, 6,000 jobs were filled, right? Only 6,000 of those jobs were filled. Uh, that is that is a huge shortage in the space. By the way, this space already is at the number of people that work in this space is 11.8 million employees. That is huge, uh, but it's 500,000 workers short of the same time pre-pandemic. So we have 500,000 less labor in the space, and it's becoming harder and harder to recruit people in the space, right? What is that doing? One of the things that's doing is it's CFOs and businesses are looking for other ways to go ahead and still operate and still find ways of having revenue. Kiosk is one that you mentioned, Hadi. Andrew, yourself, you mentioned Chipotle or just drive-through. But what else is happening is consumers are feeling that as well, right? Consumer Price Index says that food at home prices went up 13% in September year over year. 13% is a lot, right? Compared to food in store has gone up around 10%, right? So you're seeing consumers having to also pay for the fact that, hey, labor is harder and delivering food is costing a little bit more. The cost of all the food and everything has gone up. Operating a restaurant cost, hiring cost, the cost of a chicken, which is one of the more which has so many ups and downs. These are all gone up, and I think restaurants are looking for solution. And I think you two actually named a solution. So these are three different topics we wanted to independently talk about. My point of view is this is happening not because restaurateurs or consumers are asking for it. This is happening because there is no alternative. It's very hard for even Domino's of the world to recruit Papa John's of the world to recruit. Folks are struggling to recruit, and these are tech is a solution, and their job is to go ahead and market it in a way where we are still excited to do it, right? Give us more points on the Chipotle's. Give us more points on the kiosk. Get us excited about it. Don't let us know about the labor shortage. Don't let us know prices have gone up still 13% when I get it delivered. So I just wanted to add that point of view and open up continue the conversation. I think this is a great topic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also like the here, I'll use this as my opportunity to talk about because Hadi mentioned he likes seeing Chipotle food get created, and Nabil saying, "Oh, folks are using online ordering to like offer different experience." So you can only order the chicken quesadilla on Chipotle from their app and from their
Wow.
website. And I have always ate chicken quesadillas at Chipotle my whole life. And so anytime I've been to Chipotle, I ask them, chicken quesadilla. And they go and they fold it in half, and that's a normal quesadilla, right? But you order it from the app, it is like folded like a square. You could only order from the app. If you try to go in person, they tell you use it on the app. And those are experiences that I think are very frustrating. This is my open letter to Chipotle. One, offer the
It has nothing to
quesadilla
do
in
with the
store,
topic.
and
What are you
two,
doing?
change it back. It has plenty to do with the topic. The idea here is that all right, there's experiences that you can go on order on like offer online, but you start to gatekeep certain functionality. I think you're going to cause like a frustration with the guests, and so restaurants need to find that line between like saying like, oh, okay, here's how we're going and promoting folks going online, and like they get extra when ordering online versus like oh like they don't get to use certain things when they're ordering in person. I don't think you should disrupt the in-person experience, like diminish the in-person experience in that way. Yeah, use digital as an extension. I think drive-through lanes are a great extension of that. Kiosks are a great extension of that.
Yeah, but I think as a restaurateur, and when I see Chipotle down the street doing like Chipotle lanes or sweet lanes and all this stuff, it's creating this like deficit of technology between me and the part that these other tech savvy folks are used to, right? Because they'll never adopt my product unless I find them in every digital channel. I've got to have a kiosk. I've got to have Google Food Ordering. I maybe need a drive-through lane, right? So I think it's also going to, just like the pandemic did, get the restaurant industry to adopt one more time by looking at their counterparts to say, let me add one more channel because this is what the consumer is used to. I think that's a good conversation of like, yeah, it's pandemic and recession driven, but I think the conversation changes in a positive way when it's like, let me find other ways to reach the consumer wherever they are or wherever they want to be. I did
Yeah,
not
I mean,
include a
think about
case.
it like this.
Observe. Observe how I didn't include a quesadilla agenda in what I just said. Observe. Like, got to point
You
out,
should.
did not
Maybe
That
mention
was
it.
impressive. That
maybe you
was
should have
impressive.
more conviction. But the whole thing about it, I guess I think that the main thing about all this is that, all right, kiosks in order to solve for labor shortage with servers or with cashiers, employees there, right? And then digital ordering drive-through lanes are to go and cut down the amount of labor that you need going and answering and saying hello, what do you want to order, right? And trying to cut down there. I mean, we're cutting down next. And I think about the kitchen. I'm seeing like every time that there's a food tech conference, you see a ton of like food tech like robots. I mean, there's tons of like pizza shops that are opening up now that are full robotic, automated. Burger vending machines that are full robo-automated. It's only a matter
I
of
see
time
so
before that
many
catches up as well
ads
too.
from Miso Robotics.
Yeah.
Is anyone else being targeted by Miso Robotics? I see
The
their ads more than I
longest
see like.
longest fundraise. They keep saying it's going to close. It never closes. It's been a year and a half.
I think they're friends of ours. I don't think we can
Yeah.
put this part either. Either way, we love Miso Robotics. Andrew, back to you.
Yeah, I know. And then you think about drivers, like Neuro is going and doing like the autonomous drivers. So like every piece of it is getting foundationally like kind of disrupted. I think that they haven't hit like the magic sauce yet with the kitchen. They're excelling in some categories, like pizza and whatnot and burger. But like I think there's I think what we're all describing here and the conversations we're all having are as a result of labor shortages, as a result of like raising minimum wages and stuff like that, or like rising costs of operating overhead. But like, yeah, we're going to see big transformations just in general in the restaurants, like continuously, front of house, back of house, etc.
Even with POS systems, right? Like, how much dependency do we have on our phones to be a replacement for that? It's like when you walk in, can your phone necessarily like play the role as a POS system instead? So that's just something that I would be curious to see down the line where that goes.
Yeah, I think PO systems are great as they are.
Not
No,
exactly.
it ties back into the conversation.
It's
ties back-
Amazon Go. Gabby brings up a good point. Amazon Go, they've shown like if it's prepackaged, it's pre-prepared, I can walk out with it and not even take out my wallet, right? So it's a good point.
Well, I think that goes back to the conversation that we were talking about earlier when it comes to mergers and acquisitions, why a POS company would buy an online ordering company. So they're trying to bridge that gap. They're trying to get ahead of the curve and see like, oh, okay, where are consumer trends going? All these QR codes at the table that like, Sunday has really gotten a lot of boom from and able to grow from, right? And a lot of other companies like that. People are seeing where the consumer trends are going and people are embracing it. They're embracing it.
Is it a great place to wrap this topic up? I think I'm happy we are running a company that is also a solution to restaurants as they are battling rising wages, shortage of labor, and ability to retain people, uncertainty in terms of the economy itself, and just everything that's happening with the world. So it's good to be a company that helps them and doesn't act like a leech like a lot of other companies do. So grateful to be working here. So a lot of hard work, but moments like this makes us want to step up. I've seen you guys do that time and again, so I'm feeling the same energy as well to go ahead and lean in instead of leaning out.